Hello everyone, this is Anime Heaven X23, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about, as you see here, Monster Hunter Rise for the Switch. I have so far put, even on my system it says it's like 125 hours or more. I'm actually about 220, because the way the Switch does time with the different times I've had Switches, my time is not correctly on the system, matches the in-game. But anyways, I'm currently at HR rank, I believe it's 183. I currently have all 9 rarity 7 gears with every piece to them, all the weapons, all the gears that have weapons, like the Valtryx, Belgies, Tessera, and different ones like that. Everyone that has a weapon associated to it, I have it. And then I have 6 of the 9 rarity 7 gears, fully maxed out at level 11. And I have just today completed every single quest in all 7 ranks, low and high rank. And after putting that time in, I have to say that I really enjoy the game. I love the way you can get on top of the monsters and ride them, dive them into other monsters, fight. How you can the way you can pin them down after you initially get off of them, which is pretty cool, so you get some extra hits in. I like how good the online works. Being able to ride your dog pet, which is really cool. And then when you go into parties, your little cat and your dog together, so then you have like a 3-person party. And then when you go online and you're playing with 3 other people, so besides your 4 group, then either the 4 Mammoots or cats, you then have 8 people. So you go from actually a 4 party to an 8 party, which I think is really cool. Like I said right here, you see you can ride, which I think is really, really cool. I'm sorry, Palamoot and the Malamute. The different ones you can do like that, I think are really cool. And has a good variety of enemies right now, and that I think the only thing that for me as of right now is a negative, especially after playing the first Monster Hunter game on the Switch, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which is slightly enhanced 3DS port. This is the Valtryx, which has right now the best gear in Monster Hunter Rise. That is when you level it up to full level 11, it's actually 100 defense for everything, whereas everyone else is like 96, 92, 94, and so on. But this game so far has better enemies. Once Rise, and granted, I know when this port came out, it had a lot of enemies. Your Devil Joe, which always reminds me of like Godzilla, and all the other ones, that you can get. Like right there shows a picture of Devil Joe, and just all the other monsters you can get once this gets, because right now I'm taking a break from it. Once Devil Joe and Tessera's other partner, which is the one which is in blue, which is from Monster Hunter World. I'm hoping that one comes on. Hoping that comes to Rise. Hoping Devil Joe comes soon. And there's some other ones that I would love to see the Silver Rathalos, the Gold Rathion that are in here. I'd love to see them come in here. So when all they come in and they up the rarity to 10, which is what this is at. This goes rarity 10. I believe it's what, S and I think X, so different variations. But overall, and with the different ranks work. But if anybody who hasn't played Monster Hunter Rise, I really think you ought to give it your chance. If you get it, the best place to get it at is Walmart, because it's only $50. And you're going to be getting the Mega Man dog. If I remember right reading, it's on the 24th of this month. It's going to be added into the game. So you're going to have that. And I heard from talking to other people that there's supposed to be an expansion to this game, kind of like Iceborne was to Monster Hunter World. And up to that, they're supposed to be having other new monsters. I think like Devil Joe and some other ones are supposed to be added before that expansion comes. Which I imagine it'll be probably sometime next year, probably close to its 1-year anniversary. But if you really like Monster Hunter World, I think you're gonna love Monster Hunter Rise because it's closer to I think overall it's closer to Monster Hunter World. It's kind of like a marriage of Generations, and then Monster Hunter World, which gives for Monster Hunter Rise with some new stuff, like I said, riding your dog, and then when you go into parties, instead of having you and your other people, and you can have either your Malmut, whichever one you have with, or if you go by yourself, then you have a 3-people party instead of a 2, like in the other games, and all the different. And then you can create armor for your dog or for your Palamute or Malamute. You can create, from every time you make a gear for yourself, it creates these scraps. And then these scraps you can use to make weapons, gear for your Malamute or Palamute, and upgrade them there so you can give them the same type of gear look, almost like what you have, which is really cool. And you also can create decorations in the game, like you can in Generations, to add on to your gear to give them like damage boost, where you don't lose your sharpening, where you're able to mount the monsters better, where you'll be able to stand blight, poison, blast, and all these different abilities and attacks. For somebody that doesn't like getting poisoned all the time, the Tessera gear, it's called Tessera's Blessing. That actually, when you get all the gear for it, it actually prevents you from getting poisoned, which is pretty cool. And there's a lot of enemies monsters that give you poison, so that definitely helps. But in terms of best defense, the Valkyrie gear is the best. The Nara gear, I think, is probably, overall from this different stats, it's probably one of the best gears in the game. And I think your Ibushi weapon or your Nara weapon, your Belgi's weapon, Tessera weapon, and some of them actually do a little bit better than what your Valstrix weapon does, which is, like I said, overall the best gear in the game in terms of protection. In terms of weapon, it's not the best. I'd say it's in the top 5, I think, if I remember correctly. But I just think this game, if you just like grinding, you like fighting monsters, taking the different pieces that it drops to create the gear, and always make sure to do, if you play this game, make sure you do your optional quests, optional little activities, kind of like capturing a like riding a monster, breaking parts on it, capturing, collecting mushrooms, or account items. Do make sure you have 5 of those listed every single time you go into a mission, and make sure to look out to them while you're going to your monster and stuff, because those give you different like upgrade crystals and things like that you're gonna need to upgrade your gear later on in the game when you start out. So I highly recommend doing that. And there's other stuff like arena and stuff that you can do. Some of the monsters that you fight in rarity 7 stars. You go in there by yourself, you better have like all your powders, your potions, your max potions, agent potions, your potion plus, anything that can heal you. You want to make sure you have it if you're decide to face these solo. Even then, I think if you want to enjoy the game, you want to have an open quest for people to accept it. But if you're up for a challenge, by all means do it. But it's going to be a challenge. You want to learn the monsters' different attacks and and stuff like that. And having something that prevents against stun is a big thing. So they like to stun you, and you always got to move your analog stick like around to get it out of the stun. So having a stun ability, having to where you're not getting stunned as much. But also some of your Malamutes or Palamutes, if they are not stunned and they know you're stunned, they'll come hit you to get you out of stun, which is always a cool, nice little effect, I think. But I would say overall for Monster Hunter Rise, it also looks actually good on the Switch. It really does. It looks good in handheld. This thing looks still pretty good on the TV if you play it on TV. This looks definitely much better on handheld. It doesn't look that good on TV. But this you can find $20 to $30. In a lot of places they don't make it anymore. So if you want to find it and get yourself in a Monster Hunter that way, this is more like the older, from the 3DS ones, because this is an enhanced 3DS port. But if you liked World and you have a Switch, definitely go with this one. Like I said, you get it at Walmart. It's $50. But if I were to grade Monster Hunter Rise, I would give Monster Hunter Rise a solid, I would say, 9.2 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Once some new content comes out, I'll keep on checking it every other week or so to see how it is. And if anybody wants to play the game with me, just leave a comment in the section of this video, and I will post my Switch code to my channel. So, and I'll also post it in the comments of this video. Description of me talking about this video, I'll put it in there as well. So it'll be actually on my profile on my channel, and also in the comment description of talking about this video. So in closing, I really think you ought to give this game a chance. If you like Monster Hunter World, you like grinding, you like collecting different pieces to make weapons, make gears, and stuff like that, you can easily put hundreds of hours in this game. It's well worth the $50 if you get it at Walmart. If you like more of the old 3DS, then you have Monster Hunter Generations. Like I said, this is most places you actually can find it for $20 if you can find a new copy of it in store. If not, you'll have to go on eBay or whatever. But it's $20 to $30. So you got the 3DS Enhanced Port Generations Ultimate, which goes up to rarity 10. And you got Monster Hunter Rise, which currently goes up to rarity 7. But like I said, I heard there's supposed to be kind of like an Iceport expansion coming out, I think, sometime next year. Devil Joe, I think the Silver and Gold Rathalos and Raytheon, I think they're supposed to be coming soon. That's not soon, maybe at some point, I think, in the next couple months. So hopefully that happens. But I really think you ought to give these games a chance. Like I said, this is kind of like a marriage in between this and World. So if people like World, I think you're going to like this one better than this one. if you played the old school and you tried this one, but you like more the old school, I'd say get Generation Ultimate, because I still have some friends that actually still play the game. So I think there's still an okay online play for this. But of course, this is the newest one, and this is the main one they have on. It's called Malamato. I think I said that right. So you got that one, and then there's actually a third Monster Hunter game. And this is called Stories. And this is, more like kind of like cell shaded and that. And I actually never played the original, so I wish they would, I wish they'd put it over to the Switch so I could buy it. But I decided to give it a shot. I haven't played it yet, but I will play it soon. So these are the current 3 games on the Switch for Monster Hunter, Monster Generation Ultimate. Like I said, Enhanced 3DS. Rise is a combination of between here and World. And then Stories, which is kind of like your cell-shaded type of game, which is the sequel to the 3DS game. So those are the 3 Monster Hunter games. I didn't grade this one. I'd probably give this one a 8.5 because I really enjoyed it. Got a couple hundred hours in here. Like I said, Rise, I give it 9.2. This, of course, I haven't played it, so I can't give it a score yet. But I will give this a score, and I'll do a video of this one once I do play it and beat it. As of right now, these are the 3 Monster Hunter games you can get on the Switch. So thanks for watching this video, and I think you really ought to give this game a shot. Like I said, from the upgrading the weapons, the armor, the decorations, how you can change. Also you can change the pigment of your gear. You can add attacks, enhancements to your weapons. And there's also, when you do these, I mentioned this too earlier, but there's a thing called rampages. And when you do them, you do enough of them, you get these drops that you can add special attacks to your weapon. Whether it's defense plus 30, attack 3, different, like fighting Narwa or Abushi, you get these different enhancements that you can put on your weapons, so you get more effects besides the normal effect that's already on your weapon. So you can do that, but they take these certificates. So if you use it for one, so each weapon you can give that to. I say there's 9 different weapons, the main one, but then you also can create actually a rampage weapon. So it's actually 10 rarity 7 weapons. I made 9. I didn't do the rampage weapon though. So it's technically 10 rarity 7 weapons. So between the arenas, the rampages, all your regular quests, everything with the story, a little optional stuff you can do, like mining for ore and different things, and how you can just literally go and explore the world, so you can get used to maybe all the different shortcuts and things you can do in the game. So you got that too. So if you really give it a shot, I really gonna like it. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and have a good day. Take care.